What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be breaking down the trade that I actually took here on SPX. I traded SPX, but although I do trade indices, CFDs, those derivatives, they follow ES. So I mainly look at the ES charts and mark up the ES charts, and I execute on CFDs as well. I didn't trade futures today, but I do want to break down why I actually ended up taking this position, just to give you guys some value, give you guys some breakdowns. Again, it was super simple why I took this position. So first and foremost, as you guys can see, this is going to be a 4-hour key level that I have marked off, which is going to be this area 52.85. Now in the morning session, price actually failed to struggle to break above this area, which is where I was initially looking for some short positions. But price action, we did have some data at 10 a.m., which I forgot what exactly the data was, but the data ended up pushing price all the way up into almost 5,300. After price action gave us this rejection, a ton of orders started coming in and actually started to sit on the order book, sit on the offer. I believe there was a combination of like 1,000 sell orders along this entire area over here, which we saw an initial dump, a push back up, retest, rejection. Now here's when I started to want to actually look to get short once those passive orders started getting filled. But then we saw a push to the downside. Now, when price action started to break below this 52.85 is when I was actually looking to start to take those long positions. I wanted to see price break below the VWAP. So as price action came down on this 3-minute time frame, it started to break below the VWAP is when I started to execute my positions. I executed 2 positions here at 52.84. My stop loss is slightly above this candlestick high, this previous 3-minute candlestick high. And again, I'm looking for overall shorts down into the next 4-hour key level because the 4-hour time frame price action had rejected the highs here. So I was looking for some form of a push. Price action pulled back up and gave us another push down that we had a little bit of a pullback there. So I wanted to see aggressive selling. We saw aggressive selling start stepping in here below the VWAP, which is another reason why I executed this position on a short. Now my targets were down here, and I was looking at this area for price action to take out that area. I was very hesitant on closing here, but as we started to see more selling come in, I continued to hold the position. Now I held this position not throughout the entire way, but when price pulled all the way back into my trade, I wanted to hold all the way down on my TP at 52.73 because there's a ton of resting liquidity sitting here between the 52.72s and the 52.70s. So there was a greater probability that if buyers were going to step back in, that liquidity needed to be filled. So then therefore buyers can gain strength and push price higher. So I was targeting that area all the way down there. So I continue to actually hold the position. Now price action pulled all the way back into 52.80 and actually rejected. We saw selling pressure start stepping back in, aggressive selling start stepping back in here at the 52.85s. And as price action gave us this rejection again on the 3-minute time frame, I ended up adding more position. I ended up adding more size to my position. So I was short over here and I was short over here with the same target. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I did end up getting out just here at this low, or right when this candlestick actually ended up closing. I should have held it, but I got a little bit impatient holding throughout this consolidation, holding throughout this pullback, holding throughout this pullback, and then adding. I did get a little bit emotional. So roughly on my first positions, I secured around a 1.7 R multiple. And on my second positions, which the entry was along this area over here, I probably secured just around a 1-to-1 as well. So a 1 to 1.5. So it wasn't like the greatest trading day in terms of R multiple. I mean, overall, in terms of R multiple, I'm up just around almost a 4 R multiple on the day, which is good. But again, like the trade itself, I cut it very, 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 very short, which is why it wasn't the best trading day. I would have made 2.3 R on that trade and then 2.8 R on this trade, which would have been an amazing trading day there. Instead of having a $14,000 day, I would have potentially had like a $45,000 day. So as you guys can see, I did leave a lot on the table there, which is okay. It's going to happen. You guys need to understand trading is not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be super seamless, and it's not always going to go how you expect, but it's about surviving the times that are difficult in the markets. It's about picking yourself up when you're already down, continuing to push forward and not quitting. It's about following that same consistent approach to the markets every single day that's going to build that longevity. At the end of the day, guys, trading is very difficult and it's never going to go perfect, but it's about surviving and getting through those hard times, because it's super easy to make money in these markets, but it's super difficult to retain that and not give it back. So just keep that in mind. Other than that, guys, I'll talk to you guys in the next video.